I'm going to show you how to transform your sketches or doodles into a seamless repeat pattern in Procreate using the diamond method. This is my go-to method for creating patterns because all your edges are visible on your canvas, so you can see how each motif interacts with the next tile. This can save you so much time because you only really need to draw about half the motifs just in the central area and then duplicate them around the edges of your canvas. In my previous video, I showed you how to sketch out and test a pattern repeat. And in this video, I'll show you how to take that sketch and ink it in so you can create a stunning seamless repeat pattern. Let's get into it. So this is the sketch that we ended up with at the end of the last video. And we know that this is going to repeat out perfectly fine because we have tested it. Now we're going to start inking this out and test our final repeat to make sure that everything is perfectly well aligned and that there are no nasty white seams. So on this original layer, I'm going to change its blending mode to multiply, and I'm going to reduce the opacity of that layer a little bit. Now I'm going to ink in my design on layers underneath this layer. So by having it set to multiply blend mode, make sure that I can always see my sketch on top of everything else. And that's really just going to be there to guide me. First, I'm going to create my background layer. So I'm going to create a layer at the bottom of the layer stack, and I'm going to choose this blue color for my background, and I'm simply going to drag that onto my canvas and fill my background. I'll create a new layer above that, and I'm going to start inking out the stems and the leaf veins of my design. And for this, I'm going to use this dark brown color. The brush I'm going to use is one from the pastels category, Ravenswood brush, and again, that is a default brush that comes shipped with Procreate. I'll choose a fairly large size for my brush, making sure I'm on that new layer, and I'm going to zoom in, and I'm just going to start adding in the main stems of my design. And I'm going to stick to the major stems first. Then I'm going to choose a slightly smaller brush size, and I'll start to ink in the smaller stems and the veins of my leaves. Just using my sketch as a guide. Now, of course, you can use whatever brushes that you prefer. You'll probably have your favorite brushes like I do, so just use whatever you want to use. Now I'm going to start to ink in my leaves. So I'll come back and I'll choose this lighter blue color, and I'm going to do that on a layer beneath all these stems. So I'll select my background layer and I'll create a new layer above that. Still with that same size brush, I'm simply going to ink in the outlines of my leaves. And again, I have my sketch there, so that's giving me a guide of where to place my leaves. And again, you can choose, obviously, if you're doing a similar design, you can choose whatever leaf shapes that you like. There are so many different types of leaf shapes. Now that I've inked in the outlines, I'm going to increase the size of my brush, and I'm simply going to come in and I'm going to fill in the rest of those leaves. In fact, I might actually make the size of my brush a little bit smaller. So those are all my leaves inked in. Now I'm going to come and I'm going to start working on my flowers. So first I'll choose this kind of coral color. I'll create a new layer above everything else, increase the size of my brush a little bit, and I'm simply going to start drawing in a circle as my main flower shape. I'm not trying to make perfect circles. I'm just trying to keep them as loose as possible. I'll increase the size of my brush and I'll fill in the rest of that shape. I'll Create a new layer above that. And I'll just reduce the opacity a little bit of that layer because I'm going to use that exact same color on a layer above that. And I'm simply going to draw a circle on top of that original circle. Then on a layer beneath this new layer, I'm going to choose this off-white color and I'm going to create the petals of my flower. I'll decrease the size of my brush a little bit and I'm just going to create these little arch shapes going around. And now I'm just going to add some detail to the center of each flower. So I'm going to use that exact same color that I've just used, create a new layer right at the top of the layer stack, increase the size of my brush, and just add in the central part to the flower. Now when I hide my sketch layer, you can see this is what our design is starting to look like. And I probably need to fill in a little bit there, so I'll choose that light blue color, making sure I'm on my leaf layer, reduce the size of my brush and just fill that in there a little bit. So I think we're looking good. Now we need to obviously create copies of these and place these in each of the four corners. So come back to my layers panel and I select all of those inked in layers that I've just created and group them together. And on this original group, I'll swipe to the left and create a copy of it. I'll tap once on that original group and I'll tap rename and I'll call this original. I always like to keep a copy of my original layer in case I make any mistakes, and I can always come back to this and make the changes there if I need to. I'll hide that original group. Now on this copy that I have just made, I'll swipe to the left and create another copy. I'll open up this group and the background layer, I'll swipe to the left and delete because I don't actually need that, and you'll understand why in a minute. Then I'll tap on that layer thumbnail and I'll choose flatten and hide that layer. The copy that I originally made, I'll tap once on that and I'll choose flatten. Now I'm only doing this so I can actually tile out the pattern and see if it actually repeats okay. Then I'll create 3 more copies of this layer. I'll hide the top 3 copies, making sure I've selected the bottom layer. And just like we did with our sketch layers in the previous video, I'm going to tap on my arrow tool, going to make sure that snapping and magnetics are both still turned on and distance and velocity are set to max. And I'm going to move this up until it snaps to the middle and over to the left. I'll hide that layer, make the next layer visible, repeat the same process, moving it up till it snaps to the middle and over to the right. Hide that layer, and the next layer I'll move it down and over to the left. Hide that layer, and the next layer I'll move it down and over to the right. Now when I show all of those layers, you can see I have placed a copy in each of the 4 corners. And when I make the top layer visible, that is actually a copy of my original group without the background. I'm simply going to merge all of those layers together, and this is now our repeat tile. However, I can see there is a little bit of a mistake here. So I need to adjust that and redo everything. So I'm going to swipe to the left and delete that layer. Show my original, and this was the leaf down here. So I just need to make that leaf a little bit smaller. So I'll select that leaf layer, press and hold on my eraser icon, and what that does is it makes my eraser brush the exact same as my current inking brush. And then I'm just going to erase a little bit of that leaf. And you can see it gives me the same kind of texture as my inking brush. Now we need to repeat the exact same process, so I'll make a copy, I'll open up that copy and I'll delete my background. I'll tap once on that and I'll flatten it and hide it. I'll make another copy of my original, but hide my original. Tap once on that layer thumbnail and flatten it. Then make 3 more copies of that layer. Hide the top 3 layers and repeat the process, making sure snapping and magnetics are both turned on. and move it up and over to the left and repeat the rest of the process. Now when I show all of those layers, you can see that I have adjusted and fixed that issue we had down there. Let's merge all of those layers together, and now let's make copies of these, reduce the scale of them, and repeat them around the canvas to see that we have no seams or no misalignments. So I'll swipe to the left and make 4 copies of that original layer and hide the original layer. Select all of those copies, tap on my arrow tool, making sure snapping and magnetics are still turned on, and I'm going to press and hold on this blue circle and drag it up until it snaps to the middle of the canvas. Then I'm going to select the lower layer in the layers panel and drag this over to the right and down to the bottom till it snaps to the bottom edge. Select the next layer, drag this over until it snaps to the right edge of the canvas. Select the next layer and drag it down till it snaps to the bottom edge of the canvas. Now I'm going to zoom all the way in, and for this I'll come back and I'll turn on my drawing guide, and that gives me a guide to move along to check and see that there are no misalignment issues and no nasty white seams where all of these copies meet. And we look good on the vertical axis. Let's now zoom in to the horizontal axis, move along and make sure that everything is aligned perfectly well and that there are no nasty white seams showing. And I think we're looking good. If I just turn off my drawing guide, this is now what our pattern looks like inked out. And we can take it one step further. I'll just merge all of those layers together again, and I'll repeat the same process, simply making 4 more copies of that, hiding the original and reducing them back down to the square and repeating them again around the canvas. And this will give us a smaller version of our repeat tile. And we know that if our snapping is correct, then it will work out fine. And I'll just hide my drawing guide where it's hidden. So this is now a smaller scale of our pattern. I'll merge all of those layers together. So we have this smaller version of our pattern, a slightly bigger version, and we have our original repeat pattern tile, all created using the diamond grid method. And if you want to learn how to take more of your doodles and make seamless repeat patterns from them, then watch these videos next where I explain exactly how to do that. So remember, have fun and don't sweat the pixels. I'll catch you on the next one.